So let's take a look at the decks. Pepe Smile with the best record. Makes sense to start off with him. Oh, what a surprise. Almost everyone, apart from used to be Rock Bros, took Syndicate. Didn't Rock Bros take triple flipping Sahil? He went 0-5. That's hilarious. Triple Sahil. You have to respect it. Pepe Smile. Guerrilla Tactics. Now, I had... Wait, Renfrey? Oh, wow. Okay, that's a deck. I actually had a feeling that this leader is really good. This deck is really cool. So, there's a Triss Meteor Shower, which you can use on Oak. Renfrey's Gang. Renfrey. Very, very cool. You can also move your Forest Whisperers, right? For poison, and then move it to the back row for vitality. Okay, so that's a very cool deck. Who was it? Pepe Smile. And his other deck, Onslaught Renfrey. So Triss Meteors popping off, mate. Wow. I mean, I must say, this card has very much impressed me. But this card also has been around for a long time. This hasn't changed since it got released, right? This is, when this card was released, was the month I was not playing much at all. When I say a long time, it's been in the game for like, what, 3 months? So again, like, you're just stacking one row for Triss. Yeah, this card seems nuts. Very, very interesting. Came out in June. Yeah, it's kind of, was it seeing any competitive play before? Like, last month I saw it being used a little, but it seems like, I mean, this guy has built 2 decks around it, right, with Renfrey. Interesting. So Triss rocks Renfrey is popping off for Pepe Smile. And then we can take a look at some of the other people, like Cupperton, Kuna Paya, Spyro. I imagine their decks are similar. I don't know, though. Cupperton, maybe not. Let's have a look at Cupperton. Oh, God. Renfrey Meteors as well. So he's got Imprisonment, Renfrey Triss Meteors. Wow. It's taken over the meta. He's got the Frenzy Dow. Obviously, it's just making a lot of sense in Renfrey because you want to play lots of units for Triss. You also get Renfrey's Gang, which is just an incredible card for Triss Meteor. It's 12 points for 6, but then it's also +6 on your Triss, right? And then Cupperton also played a Golden Necker, Ursan Ritual deck. Obviously, Magic Compass, so lots of thinning. Then Compass can be able to fetch any card you want. It's a self-rune deck. The discard package. There's a bit of Graveyard Punish. There's also a Purify in Grimmist. Nothing too crazy here. Harold and Vildkarl. Like, lots of just mid-rangey options. And Kadooch obviously being a nice artifact for Golden Necker. No Knickers either. Knickers got nerfed, right? Let's take a look at Spyros. Ooh, the elves. So we're seeing like a nice bit of variation here. And also a Renfrey Triss Meteor Shower deck with no Asir. Knickers instead. It's like kind of the main thing I'm noticing there. A lot of these decks were playing Asir before, right? He's got a Servant. Mage Infiltrator for the option of with Brathens. Got the Squirrel. And then the other deck is looking very, very familiar. It's a Deadeye Ambush deck. Free Company. Maxi in here with an Archer over Fisher King. Makes sense. We did see like people using Fisher King and Maxi for a while, right? Obviously Free Company now, like being an extra card you want to put in here. We've got a little Dragoon. Alright. Nice variation so far. Let's take a look at this guy, Paja Bowler. Where is he? So also taking Self-Wound, but a little bit different. No Harold instead. Oh, there's a Harold still. There's a Roach instead of Knickers, and then there's a Dora Grey instead of like Maxi. Is that the only difference? Maybe like a Scald in here when there wasn't a Scald in the previous one. Very, very similar looking list though. And then Imprisonment, double Albert Armored Cavalry, and a Frenzy Dow instead of the Knickers. Very cool. I'm assuming that Kuna took the same decks as you, Pyre, right? Kuna had different SK. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the boss of the gyms. What's his name these days? TLG Kuna. He's got some stupid name. Why can I not see him? Okay. Okay. What does that even mean? Do I want to know? Do I want to know what that means? No. Okay, I'm gonna Google it. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's a good name. I approve. So he's playing Onslaught, Golden Necker. No Fisher King. Where's the Fisher King, dude? Come on. Fisher King's OP! Put Terror of the Seas in hand. Holger Black hand. I hate this card. Everyone likes it though, so it must be decent. A Dora Grey. Not much polarization, but that's because it's Golden Necker deck. It doesn't matter, right? So that looks cool. Single Mardrome. I guess it's just like an extra special for your Golden Necker more than anything. And you can hit armor. It's like 9 points. Yeah, I like the Mardrome. I've always felt like these ships are really, really, really overrated, personally, especially without crack. But I guess you need like some proactivity, which these are giving you. I feel like this deck is not optimized, but that's because I'm a big anti on-crate longship guy, and I'm a big Fisher King fan. Looks cool though. God, obviously going to be nice into the old elves and whatnot. Okay, let's look at Gandalf, because Gandalf won the last Open. He is the best player in the game right now. Triss Meteor Shower, Renfrey, but with a Vivian instead. And playing a Seer too. Also, like this Seer, you can put like Vilg back. You can put your Knickers back for a 9-point play. It's obviously got a good body for Triss. A lot of the time, like, people will just like, obviously you can purify Renfrey. How often that actually happens, I don't know. I imagine not very often. And then it's pretty much the exact same with maybe like a couple of different fours, like a Spores in here. Dead Ambush. I like the Spores. Who else did well? Ooh, my boy Magpie. My brother. Me and Magpie are officially boys now, by the way. I had such a good time with Magpie in Warsaw. That was my surprise of the Warsaw trip. Like, I didn't know he was going to be there. But also, like, I didn't think, like, I don't know. It was just a big surprise. We just got on so well. He's such a lad. Such a nice guy. Ursine Ritual. Ursine Ritual Golden Neck. Okay. Cool. I mean, I think the other Golden Neck, other Ursine was Golden Neck, right? Only one Priest, double Mardrome, single AOR. And yeah. Who else have we got to look at? Halo X. Sometimes bring some spice. Oh, there we go. There we go. Mate, there's a lot of variation. This is very promising. This is very, very promising. Like, Renfrey and Golden Necker decks are now doing the job that they're intended to do, right? Which is, like, diversifying the types of decks people play. Which is really, really cool to see. Like, I feel like Golden Necker is one of the best designed cards in Gwent history. I actually do. I love the card. Apart from in Syndicate, because Syndicate has OP artifacts right now. I hate Syndicate. The current Syndicate, I just hate it with passion. Where's Stockpile? No one brought Stockpile. So yeah, Igni, Blood Scent. Mate, I'm not gonna lie, I've not had much success with this Koshti deck. Like, I actually feel like if Renfrey's like in a good spot and balance, I'm a big fan of like having these kinds of things. But like, I don't think there's anything wrong with having Keka and Renfrey decks. As long as there's also like other decks, right? It's like having I guess it's a little bit neutral heavy. I can take your point, but as long as the decks play differently, I don't think it's a huge issue. Like, I think I like the idea of having Renfrey decks, Golden Necker decks, and then most decks being normal, whereas maybe at the moment they're a little bit too skewed towards Renfrey, Golden Necker, right? But yeah, like, you can't play Renfrey and Golden Necker. I actually really like it. I like those different ways of building decks. Do you know what card I don't like? This card. I hate this card. Mate, actually think about it. This Harmony deck I've been playing doesn't have Percival. Why? Maybe it's time for a few new Devotion cards. Agreed, Joe William James. Fully. Like, this Knights deck, like, mate, this deck could easily be made into like a Devotion kind of deck, right? Like, you just have to like tweak some of the things, but like Knights as an archetype is way more fleshed out than Soldiers, right? Like, I was thinking about it when I first saw this deck. Oh, cool, Devotion. They really? I mean, it's just like another style of deck, right? Then you'll have like your normal decks, you'll have your Renfrey decks, you'll have your Shoot Bredea decks, you'll have your... Okay, obviously those could do with a buff too. So anyway, this person deck, there's an Igni, Giant Toad, Triss Butterflies. Still no one running Operator in these, which kind of makes me sad because Operator's so good, but I guess you're still saying Incubus is good. No Triss Meteor in this one. Put a couple of Garcanes, a single Pella. And then Guerrilla Tactics. So what's the main difference? It's playing Saskia and Scenario. Wow, this deck looks like an absolute juicer of a deck, guys. This deck looks very, 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 very good. I like this deck. I'm importing it. This is the best deck I've seen so far today. We'll also play some... In fact, Paolo X's lineup, I'm a big fan of, mate. I'm going to import both of his decks. This one. This deck looks like an absolute juicer. It's like movement, harmony. This looks OP. Any other decks I should take a look at, chat? Who else? Qualid. Sif. Let's take a quick look at Sif. What's he called now? Holder. Nice. Also playing... Yeah, this is more like the one I've been playing, right? With Simless instead of Saskia. I guess that's the key difference. I guess this Palo X one wasn't playing Saskia. Playing Vanadone. Triss Telekinesis. So he's playing Triss Telekinesis either for a Lacerate or an extra Waylay. Wait, yeah. That's it. Mate, Triss Lacerate making a return. Jeez, it's been a while, lad. I was wanting some sort of armor mechanic for artifacts, so you could partially disable it by hitting it with damage. So he's playing that, and then he's also playing... I was going to say, I'd be very surprised. Oh, Knight's deck did actually make it through. Wait, did it? Yeah. Okay. So what's the Knight's deck looking like? Super standard. 1 Mad Charge. Double Centurion. It's the exact same deck I'm playing, right? Except he's playing double Centurion. Mate, the game's honestly, I'm really enjoying the game this month. I must admit, if you ignore the fact that this is a deck, this Syndicate deck, like, this deck needs some serious nerfs. I really hope it gets some. Like, in particular, right? If it's me, if I'm to nerf this deck, like this card becomes a gold. I hate this card so flipping much. Because also the problem with this card is you can find it off of this card and this card. It makes me feel sick. I hate it. It's my least favorite card in the game. Who else made it through? Just make it... Nah, it was still... Like, at 5 provisions, it's still OP. Like, I just hate the design of the card. Like, being able to poison a card... Like, being able to tool punish with poison in 1 turn is so strong. Like, previously, it's only been Morale that could do that. And then also the hideout, right? But now, like, the hideout is, like, doing it twice, kind of, with this fee card. Like, it's just super unhealthy. If it's a gold card, like a morale type card, okay. Because then you can, like, bleed it out, right? You could, lock it, you could remove it. Whereas, like, there's just, like, you can play, what, 5 of them, I think? And people even running Necromancy, so it's more like 6. Like, you just can't answer the card, right? It's impossible. Especially when you consider that there's a Tsar plus Candle, which is like a really disgusting combo as well. Who else made it through? Spelling Bee, Leguha. Leguha. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Okay, I know where Leguha is. He's got some weird name. And who was the other person I said? Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee with Imprisonment, Meteors, Onslaught, Renfrey. It's like an Onslaught Renfrey deck we're also making it in. With obviously no scenario. Candle still remains the most busted card in the game. Interesting. I mean, both of the scenario, like, do you think Candle's even better than the Hideout? Like, Hideout seems cracked as well, right? And is the Candle so strong because it's carrying over a Suspender and it's protecting you and the Azar synergy? I guess it's like, this would be like a good interview. Why is Candle the best card in the game?